In December 2019, when the OCC and FDIC issued a notice of proposed rulemaking on comptroller Auding's proposal, the Federal Reserve did not join this proposal. FDIC board member Martin Gruenberg voted against Comptroller Auding's proposal, describing it as, quote, a deeply misconceived proposal that would fundamentally undermine and weaken the Community Reinvestment Act, quote, unquote. And in remarks last month, Federal Reserve Board Governor Brainerd said that, quote, given that reforms to the CRA regulations are likely to set expectations for a few decades, it is more important to get the reforms done right than to do them quickly. That requires giving external stakeholders sufficient time and analysis to provide meaningful feedback on a range of options for modernizing the regulations, unquote. Chair Powell, Governor Brainerd also suggested in a speech last month that the Federal Reserve created a database of 6,000 public CRA evaluations looking at how various CRA investments support low and moderate income communities. Has the Fed used this database to evaluate how bank activities would be assessed under the OCC's and the FDIC's proposal for CRA?
If I understood your question, it was whether we've used our database to evaluate their proposal?
That's right.
I'm not totally sure we have. Maybe I can provide a little context, if that's appropriate, if I may, which is just that we do agree that this is a good time to update CRA in light of changing technology and demographics, and we agree on the goals. We put a lot of work into this. We tried hard to get on the same page and weren't able to do that. We have some different ideas.
Does the Fed intend to do this assessment?
Excuse me?
Do you intend to do the assessment that I referenced regarding the database to evaluate bank activities? You know, and how they would be assessed under the OCC's and FDIC's proposal for CRA? Well,
so the real point of that database was for us to create our own set of metrics. We want to be very, very sure that what comes out of this is a proposal that from us that will leave all major participants in CRA better off. And so we think it's important that each metric, each change that we make is grounded in data. And that was the purpose, was to help us develop our thinking and our proposals, and that's essentially what we've been using it for.
So given the magnitude of reform in CRA regulations, do you think the comment period should be extended to allow the public to weigh in on such an important undertaking?
That's really a decision for the OCC and the FDIC.
Well, I know it's a decision of yours, Mr. Powell, but what do you think?
I think it's not our role to comment on their proposal. We have our own work and our own ideas that we'd be happy to share, but it's really up to them to make that decision. So
are you completing your assessment? Are you continuing to look until you come to a final decision?
We are.
Well, don't you think the public should have an opportunity to have more time to do that also?
And they will when the time comes. I mean, I think for the time being, what we're doing is we are looking forward to reading the comments on the proposal. I think we'll all learn quite a lot from those comments, and we'll be able to incorporate that thinking and whatever changes are made to the proposal. There may be substantial changes to the existing proposal coming out of the comments. So I think our view is that we want something that will leave everybody better off and will have broad support. And that's what we're going to be working on.
Well, as you may be aware, all of the Democrats on this committee urge regulators to provide a public comment period of at least 120 days on any major CRA reform instead of the 60 days that OCC and FDIC has provided. Community banks, state regulators, and community groups have called on these agencies to extend the comment period. And even though you said it is not your place to comment on whether or not this should be extended, I wish you would think about this, and I wish you would, as you're doing the assessment, and as you have said, it is important for the public to be able to comment. Review what you are thinking, and if you change your mind, let us know about commenting on whether or not we should extend the comment period. You don't have to respond.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.